Hey guys, EBPMAN here. It's been over a week now that we've been living with the Gear Sport, and I wanted to share with you what really works, what kind of works, and what doesn't. So if you're interested in picking up the Gear Sport for this holiday season, check out this video. So let's talk about the Gear Sport just for a second when it comes to price. Right now the watch is $299 and I've seen it now $30 off at Best Buy, and the Black Friday sale is expected to have it at $50 off. So the price point on this is going to go down by 50 bucks, which would make it a great gift if you're looking to gift it to someone. From a battery life, let's talk about that for a second. So the battery life, Samsung has touted that you should be able to get up to 4 days of battery life with the watch, and I want to say that that has been my experience, which I kind of say that hesitating with some hesitation because it's rare when you can see that. So I'm at 47% now, still with the watch, and we've been able to use this watch for 3.5 days without a charge. At times, as we're pushing towards the fourth date, I have gotten the notice to do ultra power savings mode, so the watch will automatically switch to that. But the battery life has been pretty great. And to give you a sense of kind of our active lifestyle, it is every other day there's a workout. As you notice, this has a pink band. And as I mentioned in one of the videos, I knew I was going to lose this version of the Sport to my wife, and she actually took it over. So she works out every other day, and she's getting notifications. She's getting her text message notifications on here, calendar notifications, and using it for tracking her sleep. And she's also using it to track fitness as she works out. So with that kind of mix of use, she's been able to get almost 4 days of battery life, which is actually really, really good for this watch. One thing I'll mention about the charger, since we do have multiple watches in the house, what I have found is that this watch does not do well in the classic or frontier charging cradle. So I've had to switch the cradle out and make sure that she's using the one for the Sport. Now, the interesting thing is, though, even though the Sport works well with its own charger, which you would expect, and not on the Gear Frontier Classic, I'm able to charge without any problem my Classic and Frontier using the charging base for this watch. So it's I don't know, want to call it backward compatible or forward compatible. It's just compatible with the Classic and Frontier without any issues. This one just doesn't do well with it. Now, in addition to those features when it comes to fitness, we do have the auto heart rate being checked. So it's doing that, and it's doing that as often as the watch does it. And we also disabled the auto wake feature. That's something that she can just turn the dial or press the button to wake up, and that's how we've gotten that battery life. Now, the next thing I wanted to mention about the watch is that the watch itself does not have a speaker. So it cannot be used for listening to music from the watch itself, independent of having earbuds. So you can connect these to this and stream to your heart's content. Matter of fact, right now I'm not connected to the watch. This is in standalone mode, and as you see right here, I have my Wi-Fi signals connected, and I can stream Spotify without a problem. So that's pretty neat. So and you could also stream whatever music you have inside as well. So you can store music on here as long as you're using a Bluetooth headset. So now this is what you're seeing right here. I just turned the dial over from here to here so that you could see what the music player looks like. And you'll notice that you have the speaker isn't really there. You have watch. If this was connected to it, then that would be lit up, so I would be able to listen to music through my earbuds. So this is stored on the watch. Now, if I go over one more time, there's my calendar. Let's keep on going. You're going to find, so this is Spotify. And you'll notice I'm not connected. I'm going to hit play. And again, it is playing this specific song through the Wi-Fi connection that I had. Now, in order to get this to work, you do have to have your Spotify app premium on your phone, and you have to initialize it the first time so that this kind of stuff will work. So when you're with your phone, it's going to obviously get everything from your phone, but when you're on standalone, it'll do it by itself. You could also download your playlist to the watch itself. Now, one neat feature with the watch that we don't use that often, or at least my wife doesn't, is that you can track your calorie intake with your watch, which sets it apart from all the watches that I know on the market. Now, if you know of a fitness solution that allows you to do this, please comment in the area. But here you can actually add what you're consuming directly on the watch and not have to worry about having a phone. So that's a unique feature when it comes to fitness, and that actually works well. Now, focusing on the tracking or the fitness tracking features, I'm going to just tap here for a second. It does a really nice job in a very nice way or visually to communicate how your activity has been. So it will tell you how many minutes you've been active walking. It's going to tell you what your sleep cycle has looked like and what the efficiency has been based on if you move, toss, or turn. It is also going to tell you how much your calories have been burned, and how accurate or not accurate this is, I can't tell you because I haven't really looked at food intake to burning intake. It does it, and I think it does it well. It also has a target, so you can set targets and you can see what your target has been like from a step perspective, and it does it graphically really well. And I have to say again, I really enjoy the navigation of this watch compared to some of the other watches I reviewed. Don't really do it so well. So this whole bezel type navigation I think is a great way to navigate using this watch. Now, from a workout perspective, this is the area that I would say kind of works but doesn't always work. There are probably about 60 different workout routines that you can have, and these are kind of like the basic ones that you see right here. What doesn't work well is the auto recognition of the workout, especially if you're doing like a CrossFit type training or a HIIT training, kettlebell swinging kind of stuff. It doesn't, even on the row. So we've tried this doing rows, and it didn't detect it. So what we find that what the best thing for us to do is to select the actual workout that you're in, and if it's not on this list, we select other, and it tracks our calories and what we're doing. I haven't used it in swimming because I'm not a swimmer, and I'm here in Chicago and it's kind of cold. So unless I were to do something indoor, that'd be a total different situation. But I haven't done any of the swimming testing, so sorry for that. But the other things we have, so we do run, we do walk, and we do cycle. Now, the one exception about the auto start and the auto recognition is going to be walking. I typically will try to walk to our local grocery store, which is about 1 mile to 2 miles away. And as we're walking, it detects the walking very quickly, and it's very accurate. The other aspects like push-ups, sit-ups, and stuff like that, I haven't had great success in that area, and that's why we choose the actual routine manually. Now, one of the nice things that you can do during fitness as well is you can actually create challenges. So if you have a friend that has a Samsung phone, they don't need to have a watch, but if they have the phone, or they have another fitness device from Samsung, what you can do is actually go through these challenges. So you will be able to see their progress and your progress side by side. Now, the last thing I wanted to cover on the fitness is this view. I think this is another really nice view, giving you how many steps you've completed, what your calorie burn is, floors covered, and what your heart rate is. Now, from a dialing perspective, you can still use your watch as a remote to your phone, but as I mentioned, it doesn't have a speaker. And so all you're really doing is either going through your contact list or adding the shortcut to your contact list, based on a favorite, and using your watch as your dialer. How practical that is, given that the size of the screen is probably not really practical. This is more about fitness, tracking calories, and listening to music. And if you go on a run, it does a really nice job of going on a run where you can pair it up with something like this to be able to listen to music that you've stored on the device. Now, for those of you who are curious on notifications, this is what the notification looks like. So you get these notifications letting you know just about sleep record, weather, targets reached, emails, messages, they would show up. And you notice all I'm doing is turning over to the left as they come up. I can swipe them away just by bringing them up, and then they're gone. Now, I do get the question about multitasking. Is the watch capable of multitasking? And remember I was showing you that Spotify just a couple clips ago? Well, what you're seeing here, and I'll bring it back up, is that Spotify is still playing on the background, and it's telling you that it's playing. So the question is, would I recommend the Gear Sport? I think with the upcoming discounts of up to $50 on the Sport, it's a good buy. It hits the right spots when it comes to fitness, size, and tracking, and then more importantly, battery life. So if you have any comments or questions, or there's something that you're still looking for that I did not cover, leave it in the comment area below. And if you did pick this up, let us know on the channel what your experience has been. Thanks for watching.